We move now to another court case, and this time the bail application of the axed Mpumalanga MEC Mandla Msibi. That's continuing at the Nelspruit Magistrate Court. Earlier on, the investigating officer Samson Bila indicated that one of the witnesses identified Msibi as one of the shooters. The incident happened in Mbombela in the month of August. Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela joins us live now from outside the Nelspruit Magistrate Court for the latest. Mweli, that must have been, I think, perhaps quite a shocker inside the courtroom when one of the witnesses said that he identified the former MEC as one of the shooters. Talk to us about what has been transpiring and what is coming out of this bail hearing.
Yes, this was bound to happen because, remember, we only had the side of the defense and as far as the incident is concerned. But now it was time for the state to put its version forward, represented by the investigating officer, Samson Bila, indeed revealing that as members of the police service, they've got footage that is actually placing about minus 15 or plus 15 people at the scene of the incident that happened on the 22nd of August. Well, he didn't clarify as to how they got that footage as the police, but delving into the issue that indeed on the footage as well, they are seeing some of the people who were involved in that shooting collecting cartridges from the ground, and he actually mentioned some of the names of the people that witnesses say they saw during that day. Of course, also going as far as disputing one of the affidavits that were read in court by the lawyer representing the former MEC Mandla Msibi, that is called Jordan, saying that he is not happy with the affidavit of with affidavit number 4, which was actually coming from a police officer and investigating officer from another police station in Gapogo, and he's saying that he is not happy with what is written there because that affidavit reflects that that police officer was a bodyguard of Msibi on the day of the incident. He's arguing that that can't be allowed in the police service, that he can't be a bodyguard as well as an investigating officer at the same time. So he's still going to write or approach the manager for the protection of protection services section of the police service to find out as to what exactly happened by getting a statement. So that is what exactly transpired in court, but also going, Tammy, to the issue of why the accused shouldn't be granted bail. One mentioning that he's not sure as to what is going to happen to those accused if they are released to society, because those family members of those who were shot might be up to something as well as the issue of the factions within the ANC, mentioning that there are two main factions, and those who were killed also were aligned to a particular faction. So it might happen that those people aligned to that faction might want to retaliate or do something. And also going as far as saying that the former MEC doesn't have bodyguards now since he has been removed from his position, so he's also worried or concerned about his safety. So those are the reasons that the investigating officer advanced when he was asked by the prosecutor if the accused can be released on bail, or is it in the interest of justice for them to be released on bail. So we'll hear, when the court resumes, we'll hear from the side of the defense represented by Court Jordan, who is going to now cross-examine Samson Bila, who is the investigating officer on this case, Tammy.
In these type of bail hearings, Mweli, there are always usually issues of whether or not witnesses might be intimidated. Did that come up at all, and how was that dealt with?
Well, yes, Tammy, that issue was raised, the issue of intimidation of witnesses. In fact, the investigating officer, Samson Bila, said that there are chances that witnesses can be intimidated, because he's saying that the accused might have access to them. But also another issue that he mentioned that there are slight chances that if released, the accused can interfere with evidence, because he believes that as an investigating officer, he has already collected enough evidence. But we know that also from his testimony today in court, he said that his witnesses have now been placed at a place known to him, which means that the witnesses are protected. So he is not that much worried in as far as the issue of evidence is concerned. But another issue that is worth mentioning is that he said that that video footage, he's still going to analyze it more. And in fact, according to him, more arrests are imminent, because it shows that a lot of people were involved in that particular incident. So as time progresses, he will maybe get some more information in terms of what transpired, because he was even asked by the presiding officer, the magistrate, to ask if indeed he is done with the investigation. He responded to say that no, he's not done with the investigation yet. He's still going to analyze that with the video footage, which at this stage we don't know how exactly the police got that video material. So he's going to analyze it and then maybe get some more clues in terms of the imminent arrests that he has mentioned.
Yesterday, Mweli, we saw a bomb scare where the courts had to be evacuated, and a number of very disappointed supporters who had gathered there yesterday. What is the atmosphere like today? Have they come out in the same numbers that we've been seeing in the past?
Tami, if you can see the vicinity where I'm standing now, it's a bit clean. What has happened is that police have actually beefed up in terms of their security details. So the whole street here, which is Basta Street, has been cordoned off. So to try and push away the supporters of the former MEC, Mandla Msibi, as my colleague Lesotho is showing you, there's barbed wire blocking them from coming closer to court. One of the reasons that have been mentioned by the spokesperson of the police, Donald Mduli, is that, well, besides the issue of the bomb scare yesterday, they also received some information that indeed it is very important for them to protect the court building because in looking into what happened yesterday, there might be some more threats. So that is why they decided to reconfigure the whole structure of their operations here. So that is why you are seeing today this part of the street close to the court is clean, and most of the supporters at that other side of the barbed wire. And they've made it clear, the supporters, saying that they are not happy with the arrangement, today's arrangement, because they are of the view that they should have been briefed properly by the members of the police service, which is something they are saying that it has not happened. And the police also coming out to say that it is not the fact that by these protesters coming closer, they are making noise and disturbing court proceedings. So that is why they decided that today they must come up with an arrangement that will make it easy for those who are working inside to continue with their work without being disrupted or interrupted, Tammy.
Mweli, Masilela, thank you once again for that update. They are on a lunch break at the moment and will be going back into court as soon as that ends.